Hello, my name is Ben Moore. Welcome to my reflective video as a part of my portfolio project, which is the culminating activity for my completion of the Boise State University Masters of Educational Technology program. In this video, I will introduce myself, of course, and walk you through some of the key elements that I have completed over the course of these last several semesters that represent both my mastery of the material as well as reflective of my personal and professional growth as a candidate in the MET program. But first, a little bit about me. I am a residential real estate broker for a small company in Eagle, Idaho. And the reason that I was drawn to the MET program was that I have, over the past 8 years in real estate sales, been exposed to quite a number of professional development and continuing education courses. And it occurred to me that there was quite a bit of material that would be beneficial to real estate agents, both locally and nationally, that I did not think was represented well currently in the marketplace. So I got to be thinking that with my background in technology and sales, that it would be quite a lot of fun and something that would be worthwhile to a great many people to explore creating online instructional material. One of the things that became clear to me early on was that I would need to have a firm understanding of instructional design principles to ensure that the material that I was creating and posting would be both instructive and of high value to my participants. This being a professional development course, I was less focused on theory and more concerned strictly with the end result, that participants would be able to take the tools that they were introduced to and utilize them over the course of their business day. Which was exactly when I discovered the EDTECH program at Boise State, which obviously seemed like a perfect marriage of exactly what I needed to know to do exactly what I wanted to do. And it has been incredibly insightful to go through the various courses from social network learning to web design, instructional design, graphic design, have all increased my skills to allow me to create more meaningful instruction as well as thoughtful assessment to ensure that upon completion of material that my students or participants do in fact have a firm understanding of how to take the tools that they have been trained on and use them to increase their productivity as well as their mobility by using mobile applications to enhance their business. So with that, let's take a look at some of the key elements that I have completed throughout the course of this program.
One of the first courses that I took in the EdTech program at Boise State University was 502, The Internet for Educators. This class, while not my first foray into HTML and CSS, definitely helped to provide me with the fundamentals to really understand how to create something from nothing and have it be functional and usable. And obviously, it might not be the most beautifully accented web page on the internet, but that basic framework for HTML knowledge is incredibly helpful moving forward in creating content that is easily integrated and processed by participants. One of the projects in this class that was exceptionally worthwhile for me personally was the netiquette page. And this is simply an overview on how to engage and behave when interacting with others online. I think that this is something that the greater internet community is something that they should focus on a little bit more. But it's also something that really pertains to and can be lost in the shuffle for both business as well as educational settings, be it professional development or coursework. It's important to understand that there's a lot that is not conveyed in the written word, and so we need to be extremely careful with that. This project was a lot of fun to put together. Also, the virtual field trip. Alaska has always been one of my favorite places to visit, and the assignment was to create a virtual field trip that would allow people to experience an area or an event that they might not be able to get to personally. And these were incredibly rewarding activities to put together for this course. EdTech 512 online course design was another high point for me in the assignments. Really allowed me to delve into my field of both expertise and interest in creating part of a project for agent technology training. Created this website that also breaks down a multi-module learning activity over the course of 5 weeks, and also focuses on analysis and evaluation of current systems and how the project would be measured moving forward. Some of the additional tools that I utilized in this project was document embedding using box.com. And this is probably one of my favorite tools that I really got to put into practice in the EdTech program. The ability to embed documents that are more than just a hyperlink that the user needs to download and then open in a third-party program. Using Box or even Scribd, you can embed the file, and it can be scrolled, printed, shared, emailed. You can zoom in to read it better. It really just is a fantastic way to include documentation that might not be strictly HTML, but can live on in the web page and be extremely functional. And while I had a basic understanding of HTML and CSS before starting the program, when I took Interactive Courseware Design, or EdTech 511, that was absolutely my first exposure to Flash development. And while my work never looked quite as polished and professional as I would have liked, it was a fantastic opportunity for me to get in and get my hands dirty, as it were, to really create something that started out as a blank page in the Flash application, and then over time, through adding layers and enhancing my own understanding of what Flash could do, it really kind of took on a life of its own and became a relatively functional, completed project. One of the things that I really appreciated in this was the extensive amount of feedback that we would receive, as well as resources for troubleshooting. One of the most frustrating things with programming of any kind, be it Flash or HTML, is that the simplest error or omission can completely can render the entire project completely unusable. So having access to both peers and instructors who were prompt at getting back to us when something was not working was exceptionally helpful and very much appreciated. Nothing. As I moved on in the program, I took graphic design for learning at Tech 506, in which I created a corporate training program for our company to introduce agents to applications and software that we use daily in the course of business. These were images that I created to help walk new agents through the process of getting started with DocuSign, which is an electronic contract management system, allowing users to sign electronically. So as you can see, a number of images were created that walk users through the various options and completion steps to getting a contract completely executed. We also focused on PropertyWare, which is a content management system for property that's managed. And again, these images highlight the important aspects of various screens within the applications that users can refer back to as they are needed, and provides just an additional resource to answer questions, should someone encounter a problem outside of business hours. This project, like so many others, also tied back into furthering my understanding and utilization of HTML and CSS to manage information and display it in a meaningful and usable manner. Last but absolutely not least, EdTech social networking was very much a culminating activity, I believe. It was an opportunity to bring together skills that had been accumulated in all the courses throughout the EdTech program, and then they were put into practice in the creation of our final project that you can see here, which was a MOOC. Now, MOOC stands for Massive Open Online Course, and the project for social network learning was to create a MOOC in a small group, which we did using the Blackboard course sites. So with a very open assignment as far as information regarding what we needed to include, we set out to create a course. Our particular course was Adult Learning Online. This was an introductory course for adults to get their feet wet with learning online. Now, this was one of the first experiences that I had using a learning management system from start to finish, in that we had to create a complete course shell, and it was really quite rewarding. Once our group decided that Adult Learning Online was going to be the topic of our MOOC, we set out to flesh out the content. We created a detailed welcome and introductory assignments to introduce our students to each other, and set out to identify the technical requirements for those same students, so that there would be no question as to what they would need to have access to make the course work. We created a syllabus for the course itself. We created 6 weeks worth of lessons, all of which were fleshed out with lesson objectives, the lesson itself, and assignments for the students. This really gave us the opportunity to showcase what we can do as instructional designers, as educational technologists, moving forward as we approach graduation. And I think that this was an exceptional activity in that we really have a finished product that we can look back to that reflects our understanding and our mastery of the various skills that we have been made privy to. That concludes my reflective video for the EdTech Master's Program at Boise State University. I thank you very much for watching.